There's legs a lot in this one. Oh, Scooter's in this one too. How the fuck? Whatever. Hammerlock's in this one. How are you people here? Hammerlock, you're in a lodge right now, but you're also in Sanctuary whenever we're here. You guys just follow us around. It's okay to put some new characters in here. It's fine. These guys don't have to be everywhere all at once all the time. Is in a guy named Lodge. According to Anthony Birch, yes. No, he is J.K. Rowling after all. Just famous writer things. Actually, what's over here? Ooh, a piece of candy. Whole life was a joke. Dude, those guys were supposed to be on a bike, but they were totally just riding one another. Speaking of a guy named Lodge. Super basic. Yeah, these cars identify as motorcycles, alright? It's like Ronnie Coleman once said, I got me a new car, it's a motorcycle. Eel car. They have used that Marcus bus asset since Borderlands 1, dude. They were... I've seen that bus asset. They said they had to redo everything, but I've seen that bus asset in the Borderlands 3 trailers. Because there's a... That same asset has made people think that all the other Vault Hunters are dead. Like Gage and Krieg and Sal and everyone else. Except for the ones that you've seen in the trailers are all dead. Because it shows like tally marks on the bus. That's totally the Marcus bus that they've used in every game over and over again. And it shows Vault Hunters, so it's like, you know, Vault Hunters killed. That's what people are thinking about. Talk about Lost Highway. But they've confirmed Gage is not in here. They've also confirmed that Axton is off-world. Axton's out doing his thing somewhere, somehow. But... I mean, it's possible the rest are dead, I suppose, even though it kind of throws the whole tally mark thing out of whack. You gotta include Roland in there. Who else would be dead? If you know Axton's still alive, and you know Gage is still alive, and you know Brick's still alive, and you know Mordecai's still alive, and you know Lilith is still alive, that only leaves Krieg to be dead, Sal to be dead, and who else? No, we know Zero's not dead, he's in the third one. Fucking end it too. In fact, we know that Zero's been hired out by Maliwan. He's helping them in the corporation war against Atlas. And Tina's here too. Okay. You can excuse the Bunkers and Badasses thing because that one exists just as like, you know, in our imagination. But your trainer, as it turns out, is your old pal Tiny Tina, except for the old part because she's like 13, and maybe the pal part as well if you don't like her very much.
What's up, Jody? I'm gonna be your trainer. Right now you like pal, but when I'm done you're gonna be like, give me pal! Get your butt to the arena and let's do this shit.
God, when she became a character, Gearbox said, oh, we're with her all the way. Everyone seems surprised that she's not a Vault Hunter in the third one. Shia is dead. This shocks me. I think he writes for Giant Bomb now, or Kotaku. There's so much turnaround in the industry, though. He's not alone. You know, I don't think it's actually because of his arc. Or anything. I think it's just... That's just how it works in games. You do a project, they ship you out, just like Hollywood. His Twitter. He doesn't have a Twitter? That's probably smart. It's fucking smart. Boogie should take that advice. A lot of us should take that advice, honestly. Fucking social media, I honestly feel like is a cancer in many ways. I'm not gonna read that one aloud, Will, so. You know, playing through this, it's weird because it slipped so much. What's the really big drama? I almost hate to bring it up. What's the really big drama now? I've just gotten to learn about this person. I almost hate saying it, but... In fact, I'm not going to. But it's that a guy has killed himself in the game industry. The guy who made, like... the Dark Woods or the Dark Knight or something like that. And it somehow ties into Gamergate all these years later still. Night in the Woods. So what's the story with that one, Wilso? But you know, playing through this, like, I remember being kind of like, oh god, he's taking it too far with this shit. But now, compared to like how it is now, this is nothing. This is nothing. Even like the Tool Torg mission kind of makes some valid points. There's some side quests in the Dragon's Age thing that are really stupid. Like you kill Elite Gamer and shit, and he starts digging into like gamers being toxic, and that gets annoying. But because you know all gamers are male misogynists and all this kind of shit. But anyway, according to Kotaku and others, just what we need to do: eat our own. The whole like Torg is excluded because he's got muscles. Come on, that's funny. It's a pre-sequel though. He steps it up. He steps it up on some of those. You know, just generally what the fuck is going on behind the scenes. He takes it way too far. Yeah, she's accusing people without any evidence. The accuser is promptly denounced. As long as you don't eat cats.
Oh, snap! They got chocolate
Short
chip.
cookie machine.
As a connoisseur of tasty treats,
What am I doing? We gotta
can
work on this
assure you
challenge.
chocolate chip cookies are the for real deal.
Didn't she write a book? I mean, I've only heard her name now twice, but I guess she's kind of the center of the Gamergate thing. But that, she wrote a book on her experiences, and she's back in the industry. I saw Kotaku released an article, it's like Life After Gamergate. And then I've heard about this. I didn't know that there was this fucking ongoing piece of drama. Which is, from what I've heard, terrible. I mean, I saw she had a book, and I looked at her, like, book reading, and it was so stereotypical. I'm not going to put it on here, but you guys can look it up for yourself. The people in the audience are 100% the kind of people you would expect to be in the audience. And she starts talking about, like, I went, like, 15 minutes in. And she was already, instead of talking about the book, talking about how, like, fascism's taking a root in America, and it's just like, what the fuck? Isn't this about Gamergate? It's the same old shit. People were nodding their heads like, she's right. She's right. And I quickly turned it off because I just don't care about anything involving that. Avoid it like it's cancer. She's an ongoing trainer. I mean, wasn't she legitimately harassed during Gamergate though? You know, this whole Me Too thing's complex. There's parts of it that are really good. There's this other part where the presumption of innocence is going out the window. And you're getting trial, kangaroo courts, trial by internet mob. That's not been good. You got a lot of people in society calling that shit out anymore. Like, and what's going on with being able to dig up things from your life 15 years ago and say, hey, I'm gonna ruin your life on this. I'm gonna figure out. This has become the big issue with digitizing our life and having these big public records out there on just how we felt as you were a radically different person 10 years ago. in many ways. You're still the same core person, but all your philosophy, your opinions are all going to change as the world continues to change, and the whole, like, Guardians of the Galaxy thing. It's just... Dave Chappelle's latest comedy special that's so, like, controversial, really, which really shouldn't be. He does not say anything in there that's crazy. Except for be funny. He talks about this shit. He talks about with, like, Kevin Hart and how, like, frustrated he was and has been by this whole thing. That, like, we're in a day and an age where it's not about who you are today, it's about who you were 15 years ago and making sure that that person gets dug up if there's anything on you. And those are the people, like, when we talked about yesterday with Boogie and his rant, he was doing fine. If he would have just kept it in the ballpark instead of fucking blasting it out of the stratosphere with the melodrama and the hyperbole, he would have been fine. His original point was at the beginning valid. Yo, can we get some Nexus Cat up in the chat for Vegna Gun?
Internet at work.
Thank you for that muscle cat hype, Wilso. Thank you very much for that. Yo, Vegna Gun, you've continued to fight the war, you've continued to fight the resistance, and you've become Stage 25, more human than a human. Thank you very, very much for that, Tyrell. I am thankful and I am grateful, sir. That was very kind of you. How the hell is Will so not dead yet? There have been so many resubs that were high level, more human than a human's. Stage 25, seriously. Tyrell, I'm thankful and I'm grateful. Thank you, dude. Stage 25 is super fucking impressive work. Over 2 years together now. It means a lot. Thank you. Water, thank you for that Nexus Cat hype. Making that man feel welcome as he should. You said, internet at work is out, so it's a slow day. It's a slow day. You're not at Menards. You are now the manager at the GoPuff, right, Tyrell? Great gameplay here, right? Goss and Dur whispered to the nodding heads. Real Jew fell apart instead of them. Yeah, how are you liking it so far? How are you liking it so far? You're gonna be Amari with Borderlands 3? Gotta figure out how we're gonna finish Apex and how we're gonna play Borderlands 3 together. You know, it's messy. It's complicated, but I think we're gonna get through it. And I think, in the end, we'll be better for it. Culturally and everything else, I really do hope that, you know, we didn't know support the troops, not the war, you know, during Vietnam. Now we know it. We had to go through so much, but I like the optimistic view that all that shit was better for us. And I, as an optimist, am going to hope that this stage in our country and the whole political correctness thing is going to make us better somehow. We might, if we're lucky, I hope, learn a new balance. Like, what's really acceptable and what's not. And, like, what's in good criticism, what's done in good faith. Like, comedians. Comedian or a writer or an activist or whatever, somebody who's speaking their mind, like letting them speak their mind and not feeling like they gotta limit themselves. Because my opinion is, if you gotta lie, you gotta have taboos, you gotta have subjects that are off topic. That's how you get the Soviet Union. You know, according to the Soviets, it was a fucking paradise on Earth. No better place to live ever, anywhere. And that's how you get a Chernobyl, because it's like, no, there's only 30 radians, only 30 radians of radiation or whatever it was, and meanwhile people are fucking burning alive from radiation poisoning, because they just can't, they weren't allowed to talk about it. They put these blinders on and create this illusion. When you can't speak your mind or open your mouth about how you feel like the world's going, that's, you know, in my opinion, a comedian is just as important as an investigative journalist to our democracy. Because they're the people that call out whether the emperor's got clothes on or not. They're the ones who can say, hey, isn't this kind of funny and stupid? Things that we can sometimes take way too seriously. And it's a delicate art, but it's an extremely important art. Film of poor Americans and breadlines to the peasantry. Yes, because they weren't just as poor. In their own homes and cars. That's like that weird North Korean documentary. Oh, I just got work late nights till new people come. What's your work schedule, Tyrell? So I know, because I'm going to be making a new schedule pretty soon as we get deeper into Borderlands 3 going forward. I'm going to stream 5 days a week and stuff, but I was looking to start streaming through the weekends because I thought that that's when you would be off. Is that still the case? Yo, Hot Jerry! What up, Hot Jerry? Thanks for being here, man. I appreciate it. I should have been destroying these from the beginning. I haven't been paying any attention. That weird North Korean doc that's like, they eat the snow. The Americans sleep in subway tunnels and must live off the snow. So new people are gonna come. I saw you were streaming Dead by Daylight though. Sound like you were having a lot of fun.
Yes! You did it. No one will ever have to fall victim to that oatmeal raisin evil ever again. Come on back, Hugabutt.
How'd you get a hold of a modded gun, Water, if you're still here? Oh, great leader, we come to enjoy you, the sun and moon revolve, because of your love. Your laughter. Is this an actual North Korean poem? Probably fucking is. Thanks for being here, Jerry. And thanks again for stage 25. Tyrell, that was a parody one on It's Always Sunny. That's scary though, it sounds exactly like that. So I've told you guys about my brother Corey, and he went to Johns Hopkins, got a master's in foreign diplomacy, something like that. Socioeconomic mobility in developing countries and foreign diplomacy. It's like really elaborate. But he's super smart, obviously, and he did it. And he was talking about how one of his professors was actually one of the leading people, if not the top person, in North Korean relations. And the reason that he's so important to those relations is he found out that the North Koreans actually are trying to talk to us. You know, they have that propaganda, and it's always like, you're all a bunch of fucking capitalist pigs and dogs, and you pray to your great, you know, yada, 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 yada. Well, this guy kept reading the stuff. He could speak Korean, and he kept reading it, and started to see that there was actually clues in it. And the clues were that it depended on what animal we were being tied to and the setting the animal was in. So, like, if we went from being pigs to monkeys, that's better. Like, oh, see, now we're monkeys. That's good. That means we're actually on a better footing with Korea than normal. And this guy, like, learned how to decode all this, and it led to a breakthrough in North Korean relations. Just to tell you how fucking weird that place is and why something like From It's Always Sunny actually sounds believable. Can't wait for Borderlands 3. I bet. Who's gonna be your main, Jerry? Little kids, my weakness.
Your training is complete for now, my hoe. Let me know if you need any
My hoe.
from a master. Until then,
Fucking,
get to a
that's why
battle
Anthony's
boy.
not at
Options
Gearbox
one,
anymore, is
and
that line
search
right
for
there.
that should pull Motor Mama out of hiding.
This is actually his sister who voiced this character.
Nah, I'm good.
She's interesting. I used to like them when they had their show, like, What You Playin', Ash? And I kind of like, you know, typical Twitter shit happened, and on election nights, she was like tweeting, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. Sorry for what? Anyway, guess it doesn't matter anymore, does it? People generally like her. I don't blame them. Seem to like her better than her brother. Siren baby. Oh, Amari. Amari means are rare. So far it's looking like they're going to be the least chosen, so you'll be one of a rare breed. Ashton's going to be Amari. Tyrell will be Amari. We'll have some Amaris in here. That'll be good. A lot of Flax out there. A lot of Moses out there. A lot of Zanes. Not a lot of Amaris. The actress made it up on the spot. Pretty incredible. But Anthony, what? Such a sizzy. Is that a thing now? One of these areas really close. It's got another one of these billboard shows I want to see. I don't want to cramp your style. Dude, I've told you the more the merrier. I've told you the more the merrier. I won't cramp my style. I don't care. I just want to know these little kids who gave you the modded weapons. Who's dealing the dope? No wonder your Axton kicks my Axton's ass. Just kidding again. Okay. We're caught up. We're all caught up. I read all 3 messages. Let's go, baby. Fucking getting better and better at this every day. Need to be working on shotguns. Which is also not to say, to go around a circle right quick, that I agree with every single thing that's said in this Chappelle doc, or comedy stand-up, but it's just a comedy stand-up, that's the point. And if I'm gonna be one of these people that's like, oh, don't get so easily offended, don't get so easily offended, it means I can't be easily offended either. I just wanna, I'm willing to take it, and in that documentary, people like myself gotta take it pretty good. So, now let us dish it out. But I think he's on the right side of that too. I mean, he's saying the exact same thing. He's like, what's going on? You can't make these jokes. He's been the only one willing to really, here recently, do the whole LGBT thing and make jokes about it. And his jokes were so fucking nice and so innocent. He actually stands up for him in that joke. So I think it's just another one of these fake news things. It's going to create a lot of controversy, which is only going to jack up the views like crazy for this comedy special, but what he says is not even remotely controversial about the whole thing. As I say, if anything, he's actually standing up for him. It's a pretty good bit, too. It's a really good joke. He says all the alphabet people are on a car trip, and it starts there, and I don't want to ruin it, because obviously his delivery is going to be a lot better. Oh, you gave me a kappa. My bad. I think I missed... Zed came in yesterday, and Zed was, like, talking about his favorite monster in Monster Hunter, and I think I completely fucking missed what he said, and I feel bad about it. He's probably like, even you don't care. Even you don't care. Because he was saying, like, nobody's hyped about it. I just fucking don't understand Monster Hunter. The last time we talked about Monster Hunter in the stream, for some reason, Sketchkara Cat and I nearly choked one another out. So, you know. And so we've got to lower our fucking walls towards one another. I've got fingernails. Infamously skipped. Dude, I was going to talk to you about that, actually. I remember now that he follows trends so hard. Like when he did VR chat, but didn't actually have a microphone for chatting. And now he's playing classic WoW. He's so bad about jumping on trends. I'm guessing he YouTubed the classic WoW playthrough too. What does he consider a playthrough of classic WoW? Oh, he had a mic, but he didn't use VR. It was stupid. Yeah, but still, you know, the whole idea of it, like, oh, VR's popular right now because of the whole Ugandan Knuckles meme. Do you know the way? That whole thing, like, blew up. So, of course, there he is playing fucking VR chat. Classic WoW's going through a thing right now, but it's so much of that is like, I don't even know the language. I'm enjoying their excitement. I'm enjoying that there's such a strong community behind that game, and I like what it means for gaming, because I think it's really a message to all developers. Like, this old ass game that was harder, but a lot more complex. It had a lot of character, and it was hard to level, and it meant a lot more. Even though it has some quality of life stuff that you know it would be better if you added it back in, and some stuff it makes sense to change over time. The core of that idea is not broken, and keep making games like that. Make it so that when you're... Everybody will say this about any MMORPG or RPG or MMORPGs. Making it super hard to become powerful is fine, so long as when you do become super powerful, you're a fucking juggernaut. And, you know, like a Jedi in the old Star Wars. Star Wars The Old Republic MMORPG. But at the same time, I know I'm not a part of it. I don't know the language. I don't know anything outside of, you know, just watching it, because that can be entertaining on WoW. I've always done my WoW vicariously. But him, he smells money. I'm hoping we get that WoW experience with Borderlands 3. This is the beginning. What am I doing? I just lost the game. If you know, you know. Apex Legends? Apparently I don't know. Good thing I got out there. I wouldn't have slapped the shit out. I just think it shows how transparent he's become in the phoniness of the whole endeavor. Like these Asmongold clips. That guy's genuine. I think that's what makes it so fun to watch his stuff right now. He loves the game. He is who he is. You know that this is his moment because this is his game. That is so much better. So much better. This is actually it. There's a billboard here that's got a great drop rate. And people that follow in the damn trend.
Metaphorically.
Alright. It's up here. I kind of forget how to get to it. This is the general area though. I'm sure of it. Alright, this one's hard. I remember it being hard, and I may have to go back to the bank and get the racing thing. You never played the game. WoW? I've played WoW. I just didn't like it, actually. I liked Guild Wars. I've liked a lot of MMOs, but I actually was not a WoW fan. I really like watching it. I really like knowing about it, and I really think it's cool, but I didn't enjoy it. I found it super repetitive, and it bored me. But maybe Classic WoW would have been better. I mean, I got into it late, and it looks like Classic WoW has more of that MMO stuff that I always used to like professions and a player-driven economy, and it's harder to make money. You got to make money through being useful. You have to craft keys to get into dungeons. You got to be useful for your group. Like that intense MMORPG shit is something I've been hooked on in the past with my friends. And when I played WoW, it was like a free trial weekend, and it was just very fucking generic. Go kill mobs in zone 1. There, you're level 10, and you're in it. You're level 10 in a blink of an eye. Go to zone 2, kill mobs till level 20. And it looks like Classic WoW works, you know, more in that old school way. You're killing mobs, you're running dungeons, you're doing quests. Quests are going to unlock new opportunities for you. If you want to make money, you have to have a purpose on the server. As far as you got to skin, you got to make armor, you got to be the guy with the key to make sure you get in the dungeon runs. Like that's the way Dolphus used to work, which was an MMO I got really hooked on with my friends. Sea Lion, who's in here, and Seth back in the day. And yeah, that's when I played WoW, it was not like that. It was just like every other MMO I'd ever played in my life. I know I mean the game. Look it up. Oh, okay. Alright, I will. Oh, it's a movie? Is it a good movie? There I go with more. Empty bravado. Does everything he can to avoid confrontation. Who does? Tax Season? Michael Douglas. It's a clever movie. Okay. Michael Douglas is usually good. It's why I liked ESO. I thought ESO was a good mix of the more hardcore mechanics of classic MMORPGs with some of the quite a few of the refinements. The leveling was pretty streamlined, which is fine. I don't mind a grind though for the level cap. Had crafting, had a really active social hub, and what I really liked about ESO is I thought the dungeons were super well done. I thought that you could really feel a role. You know, I was an Argonian and I was a healer, and I like that I could actually feel like a healer. And my other friends, you know, that because of their builds, they felt different. That's what was so good about Division 1, is it actually pulled that off. I'm gonna fuck this up. See, it's gonna be pretty hard. You gotta be fast. You can't just lollygag like I'm doing. Yeah, I thought ESO had really good role-playing mechanics. Really good dungeon design. Fun fights, fun encounters. And pretty cinematic, too. Any news about a sequel coming out? Yeah, I guess Division 2 might be around someday. It's weird, we always talk about Division 1. Division 1 seemed a lot more unique. Division 2 is very streamlined. And that goes into this thing we keep talking about. That can be good. That can bring with it much needed quality of life changes. And get rid of a lot of redundancies. But if it gets... You don't want to do it... at the sacrifice of complexity and meaningful content and meaningful role-playing if you're a role-playing game. Hopefully Borderlands 3, it leans harder into being more embracing of the hardcore role players, really feeling rules, really needing to get that just get that perfect drop that's going to put your build over the top and make you feel strong. That we've talked about plenty during this playthrough that the OP levels just failed to do. You know, it felt like this build or else. It was very narrow, and it was either run that build so that you can do damage or do no damage, and it was never about becoming an unstoppable Vault Hunter. That's what it felt like anyway. What am I missing? Okay, we need to go back to Sanctuary. I'm pretty sure I've kept this thing in the vault because I remembered through some vague fucking memory that I would need this thing eventually. Which is the Ellie's super booster thing. So we can do this quest. I think I've got to do some more quests to like prove to the mentor or something that we're good. And it's all good because we got to do all the side quests anyway. The game, alright. Let's look this up.
We've gotten lazy, but we were made.
I gotta say, pay up your freeloaders. He doesn't stream for
more, live more. Degree motion sense, made to move.
Way down south we get to Jeremiah. 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 Thanks for being here, Jeremiah. Much appreciated, man. Thank you. Life has been so busy. I miss my people. And we miss you, Miss Parker. We miss you. Miss Parker. How the hell are you?
Happy birthday, sir.
Not a huge Sean Penn
Thank you,
fan.
Maggie.
Do like Michael Douglas, though.
I don't like her.
I don't like her.
So
What?
brings you to town, Conrad? Everything all right?
October 12th. Nikki's birthday. This is for you.
Yeah,
Consumer
Sean Penn's,
Recreation
ugh.
Services.
Call that number.
Why?
He's the fucking same character in every movie.
What are you selling?
It's a game,
Game.
specifically tailored for each participant. John, chapter 9, verse 25. Whereas once I was blind,
This looks pretty interesting.
see. Now I can see.
I'm digging it.
One day your game begins. You either love it or hate it.
Are you going to spend the rest of the evening prying at that clown's mouth?
This looks good.
Mr. Van Orton, is everything all right?
Ah, Mr. Van Orton.
Have we met?
I believe so.
Oh, we gotta kill Motor Mama.
Why are you following me? Find out about a company called Consumer Recreation Services.
They won't stop, Nick.
He's in on it.
I paid the bill. I paid him more to make it stop.
I need the police. You're gonna break into my house. I need twigs.
It's a long trailer.
Trained children. They're trying
Took a weekend trip to Oregon beaches this weekend. Went to Tillamook Cheese Factory. It was lots of fun with Carly. Started school today. That'll make you a little less busy, hopefully. Carly is in 1st or 2nd grade this year. I'll probably be like way off. Your trip was Oregon and nice, I hope. This is what I was talking about. Okay, I've never actually seen the movie, but I'll definitely check it out. This looks really interesting. Trailers are usually a couple minutes long.
your life.
Yeah, I've lived 28 years now. I've seen enough. It just felt long to me. Yo, Wilson, Wilson, thank you for that Nexus Cat hype. Walter, you funded the war against the resistance. 10 bits, thank you for that. West Coast is the best coast. It is a coast, that's for sure. Jeremiah, thank you for the Nexus Cat. Fitman, what's up, Fitman? Thanks for being here. Welcome to the stream. This is usually about 2 minutes long. Lies come to the East Coast. All the drugs are illegal. It's like when I asked my art teacher back in high school. He told me his wife was pregnant. I'm like, oh. When did that happen? It's like it. So like, how long does it take or some shit? I asked a question. He's like, about 9 months. It was perfect. It was perfect. Oregon coast is beautiful. You take lots of pictures, I hope? Show them on Discord if you did. Look at this truck. This is like Idiocracy. Oh, dude, we're gonna die. I gotta get out of this car. And we're gonna die regardless because he fucking stomped on our head. Alright. Other than my tooth pain, I've been well. Go to the dentist, Parker! Go to the dentist! You've been talking about this for a while. Oregon bikini pics, please. Oh, well, so. Someday you're gonna be in a jail cell and we're gonna have to bail you out. Pedo bear. Alright, your pedo bear saved you. Oregon bikinis or sweaters? Is that where you're out of, Fitman? Is Oregon? Look at this, man. That 2012 AI. This is exactly like Idiocracy. It's a big fucking truck, though, wasn't it? Huh? Pretty big fucking truck, though. Ooh, only 15 more enemies on Splish Splash. Without all the stuff. That must be how Kawhi Leonard felt. He fucking booked it out of there. No one saw that coming, I don't think. Except for maybe Kawhi. Anyway, squeaky cheese. That ain't to me, though. Alright, Motor Mama should be around here somewhere. Where is it? No. Where are we at? Southern Raceway. We have so much shit now. Here we go. Matter of taste. It's at least old buff gamer. Here we go. Another. Anthony, you got something. You got something you got to talk about. Show me on the doll where the muscly person touched you. He's always talking about buff gamers and how weird that is. Why is it weird? See, it's weird, like, this quest and the Torg quest are actually calling out people who get all outraged over shit. There's things that Birch does, I get it, but it's like, this stuff, now that I'm getting to relook at it, he's actually on the opposite side of some of this, or at least he was. Maybe he didn't write these side quests. He probably didn't write these side quests. That's what we'll say anyways, to defend our position. I have a modern infinity pistol. I don't even remember where I got it from. You guys got all these modded weapons. Damn. All the funny, I mean regressive stuff. So yeah, I pretty much have been putting off getting my wisdom teeth out for as long as I can. Now that I'm 24, I've impacted my back molars and pretty much fucked. I have to see no oral surgeon in the Whiskey Shadow. It's just 20 hours for me. Holy shit, that's gonna be a hell of a drive. There's not a dentist near you that does wisdom teeth? Or it's not as simple as pulling the wisdom teeth out anymore? Open wide. Is in the challenge. It's gonna be like 6 in the fucking morning when we get done with the Lilith DLC. I'm farting around way too much. I could have swore that Motor Mama's over here though. All it does is it ricochets. It's not OP. But don't, if you stream, don't stream it. Your box gets real fucking weird about that stuff. It's weird because they say they're not, but they are. They'll ban you. They had that big patch that was all about getting rid of modded weapons. This is back when they got a lot more hardcore, though, and we're like, I don't know. I think taking themselves a little too seriously. They seem to be over that now. But back when they won all those awards, they went through a period of time where they were doing a lot of nerfs and taking away, kind of not being your Gearbox you're used to. They seem to be over that now, though, thankfully. We just have too much shit in our list now. It's a little tough to... I wish I could just limit it to only viewing quests for this area. Quests for this DLC. I mean, I have bad anxiety about the dentist. I have to see an oral surgeon be put to sleep and remove 4 teeth. My cousin had all he would pull while awake, and it sounds so brutal. I want to be able to do it awake, unfortunately. But there's no surgeon closer? That sucks. And it's more than the wisdom teeth. You got 4 teeth removed, like, because I didn't get my wisdom teeth out. That's why. Yeah, you can't really see it. Here, I'll zoom in on how fucking rough this got. It shifted this whole set of teeth because I never got my wisdom teeth pulled out. I never did it either. Which I should have. I shouldn't have been a pussy. I should have just went and got it done when I was in high school, because now I'd be 28. I'd already be done with that all. So someday we'll do it together, Parker. We'll go together. We'll hold hands 75 miles apart, and you can hashtag me out on Twitter. Held hands by proxy. Do feel assaulted. If you want it. I'm good. I gotta be. I'm just busting the shit out. We're at the end, Jerry. Thank you, though. Now, cheese is on raid boss. Raid bosses, I'll take those all day. What am I missing? Nothing. I just gotta follow the road. Which is not here. So I get notifications when you get on Xbox. Well, thank you, Jerry. Thank you. Thank you. I have to make sure we play Borderlands 3 together. We're gonna have a gang. We're gonna have a community. I hope they have guilds for Borderlands 3 just for fun. That'd be cool. We should always have a squad ready to go hard.
I resent you for disliking the game I spent money on. Time to die. Oh, crap. Boys, somebody disagree with the review. I'm already dead tomorrow.
I'm already dead tomorrow. See ya. So I tell ya, man. Next week, what are we? 8 days away? 9 days away? Today's the 14th. 9 days away. 3 hours. It'll be 8 days. It's crazy. It's gonna be a week away. It's freaking nuts. I can't believe. It's weird too. I was thinking about this yesterday. We used to joke around when we were playing Battleborn and then Division 2 and stuff. Like, not even that long ago, but since we started streaming, one of our jokes has been like, well, Borderlands 3 is coming around any day now. Any day now, we'll get Borderlands 3. We've actually all been a community long enough that we're gonna stream long enough to see fucking Borderlands 3 come out. Oh, God willing, because you never know from one day to the next, to be fair. But 2 wisdom, 2 molars. Man, that's gonna be intense, but you can do it. It's gonna be so worth it. Get rid of that pain. It'll be scary in the short term, but it'll be so worth it, Parker, in the long term. My mom had 6 teeth pulled out as a kid because her mouth couldn't fit all her teeth. My brother had a similar experience. Yeah, I think he had like 8 teeth like your cousin pulled out in a sitting when he was in middle school. I should have had the same thing done as a kid, but having Carly at 16 never got any braces and my teeth fixed. My anxiety makes it all the worse. Remember Carly to get her teeth pulled and they had me leave the room. I was so upset. Really? Yeah, you'll definitely have to be knocked out then. You'll definitely have to be knocked out then. Does the pot help you with... Because isn't that what you smoke? It's because of your anxiety. I gotta go pay my copy off, so I went to the stores and I released, even though Bohan got it digital. I felt like I wanted to own my copy as well. That's smart. Smart. I like the way you think. We should not let ourselves be rid of these physical copies. I'm guessing you're gonna be on PlayStation, Parker, and playing it with Bohan. I saw Bohan streamed yesterday. So that's good. How's work been? I don't think I saw what grade did you say Parker Carly's in now? Isn't it like 2nd grade? How's your grandpa too? How's his foot? Defeat staff of EchoNet reviewers. So this is Gearbox showing early that they weren't super thrilled with the new age of digital media. Who the fuck are all these people on soapboxes that are actually able to drive a mob? And so now Gearbox has made it that you get to kill streamers! But they're streamers on Pandora, to be fair, and that's probably, you know, they probably would be a little more fucked up. Normal anxiety. Overthinking and whatnot, but something even about talking about going to the dentist scared me. Too many bad stories. Damn. Yeah, I mean, like, dentists putting people to sleep and, like, groping them and shit, or... I don't know. I had really good experiences with the dentist, so I'm really sorry that I had a really good dentist. Maybe it's because he was my cousin or something. I'm not sure, but... that sucks. I feel very sorry for that, Parker. It sucks. Pretty well, for the most part, his wound got a lot better, but not all the way. Good. I'm glad it got a lot better. He's doing the maggot treatment, right? She's in 2nd. See? See? Pepperidge Farm remembers Parker. The phoenix who rises from the ashes. The ashes every so often. We're not gonna forget you, Miss Parker. You're one of the core members of this community. Part of the bedrock. Kill game critic. I should be paying more attention to this quest. Gearbox is saying something. Maybe Mr. Birch is saying something, and it probably is you should feel general guilt about pretty much everything. Just nebulous and general guilt at the same time, so that you never feel comfortable because you should feel guilty and you know it. You're a bad person. You were born a bad person. Game critic extraordinaire. Oh yeah, you know Randy did that quest multiple times. He fucking loved that quest. We were so done for moment 1 there. That corrosion was eating our soul out. Maybe. Hey, alright. I never had a bad experience with the dentist, but just stories of people getting nerve damage, getting paralyzed. Holy shit, I've never heard any stories like that. Overthinking it. I wish I would explain it, but I have no idea why. Yeah, I mean, you've got anxiety, right? Isn't that kind of the nature of the beast? You can't explain it? I understand. I empathize. Definitely let him put you under, but you can do it, Parker. You've gotten through all other challenges. You know, you moved out of that house. In the less than a year, look at all the forward momentum you've carried. You've got the job you like. You're in a much happier place, a much better home. You got money in your pocket. You're feeling good, looking good, doing good. So you can, I'm sure you can overcome this too. And it'll be worth it because you won't have pain. He had a wound vac on his leg. Oh, my bad. They pumped oxygen into it. It was strange, but it seemed to do pretty well. Huh. That is strange. Whoa. Science! Bet I gotta go eat. Alright, see you, Hot Jerry! Have a nice dinner, buddy. He seemed, he's a small version of the same thing now. That's good. Well, I'm glad it's recovering. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Your grandpa's got cancer as well, right? I'm glad you got to go to Oregon. That's cool. I'm sure it was very beautiful. Very beautiful. It's the same thing you get as an epidural. They say they have all these chances of getting paralyzed. Okay, I see what you mean. That's why, like, the insurance rates are so high on with people who are anesthesiologists. Yeah, anytime you go under, anything can go wrong, though. You know, it's like you're saying the epidural. It's not just the dentist. It's any fucking time you get put under or get an area numbed or anything like that, you're running a risk. No growth? Good. Good, 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 good. I'm glad to hear that. You know, I think I officially alienated Justin, but I don't know completely how I did it. I think I did. I mentioned the Exodus thing to him, you know, I'm not sure if he'd be interested, but free tips, free subs, free bit boss damage, because he hasn't had this badge for a while. Which is never expected and always appreciated, but I mentioned it to him since it's free. And I think I may have pissed him off. I'm trying to get all the named locations. That's why we're out exploring right now. I could have swore Motor Mama was in this area, though. And I like the badass creator of Bad Attitude actually looks like people live in places instead of the regular. There's 800 people running around in a circle, but they come from nowhere in particular at all. Lynchwood's also good about that, but there's a lot of areas in Borderlands that I just like that extra level of detail. I can actually turn this up a notch. Alright, don't fail me now, Willpower. This is it. This is the last day. Oh yeah, we're getting close. We're doing good. We're doing good. Alright, let's check the map first and foremost. Map's looking like there's only one more spot that needs explored, and I don't believe there's any quests left here. It would be the Southern Raceway. Yeah, alright. Let's, I'm gonna run all the way to the back, just in case. We may have not got the, like, you know, the Hill of Death or anything like that yet. The name pop up. And it will not count without that. Go, go, magic missile. Yeah, what are those doing here? That asset existed from the Torg DLC, and they flip it back for the fuckers and badasses. Okay, I'm gonna assume we're good. Alright, as much as I love my job, it's been really tough. My boss doesn't give us the decency she expects from us, and I wish I could say it's just been because she went to a medical procedure, but she will not give us her schedule most weeks, till Saturday, so I have no idea if I work my Sundays or not, which is tough for me, having Carly and no weekend babysitter, having to rely on my mom. What are you still liking about your job, Miss Parker? Oh, wait. Name locations! Can't blow that. Nearly positive we come back here for a quest, but I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure we get it, so if we don't backtrack. In the process, I'm probably ensuring that we backtrack. Ooh, a chubby. Nice. to work out, that'd be cool, but I have my eye on the pancake house by my place to the coffee shop. I just need something more consistency. Like, you're not consistently getting your hours, or you just consistently don't know your schedule. What are you still enjoying about the job, though? I guess the pay's still good, the tip's still good. Is it still really chill? We do not want that chubby to die away from us. I'm gonna probably stop trying to get open wide in the process. Chubby's knocking the shit out of me. Hey. What? What? He's a chubby. Why did he not drop anything? That's stupid. That is dumb, dude. Okay. Be that way. You know, I knew I needed to start earlier today because we'd have quite a bit of content to go through, but fucking be damned or not, I'm finishing this. So we need to definitely start earlier tomorrow because I'm only giving us 1 day to do Tales. Dude, Motor Mom is over here. We just apparently don't have access to her yet. Okay. Alright, let's leave. Let's leave. Let's leave. Still feel like we need to probably go to Sanctuary to get that freaking mod so we can do that race. It's nice and bright too. And yeah, it's got the whole gray Pandoran thing, but that's okay because at this point there had been a lot of breakup, so this is actually fresh. For the time being. I mean, I wouldn't want to fucking spend 40 hours in this looking at the brown. But, for the time being. Because you can get out of Hammerlock and it's all green, and the environments are super varied in Borderlands 2. They completely fixed that issue from Borderlands 1. I'm a little sketched out. Oh, on Eden 6. Oh, with Borderlands 3. Ultra precise launcher. I'm gonna get rid of that thing. I have no idea what the hell the point of it is. And you know what? I'm probably not gonna use this thing either. I'm done with it. I'm sick of holding on to it. And I've got a shield actually waiting for me, a survivability shield, so we can get rid of this level 50. Did the field of view just shrink? There it is. See that? Boost capacity, all that. Doesn't get much better. I mean, a little bit better at higher levels, but whatever. That should be plenty. That should still get the job done. I can actually sell this. What is that doing in there? Oh, that one's actually better. Oh, well. They're basically even. A little higher capacity, less amp damage. It really doesn't matter. $6+ on money shot. Well, hell, that's more worth it than this thing. That's the route we want to go. And we're full up. Alright. I like the fact that I just get back into the marijuana. I get to be in the marijuana. And my customers. I mean, it is a laid-back shop. If I'm 10 minutes late, no one says anything. The tips are always nice, but it just sucks because my family owns a company. I've seen how they're run, and our owner is just absent. We're short workers, so it puts a toll on us. I'm going to get my house most of the time, but finding out Saturday that I have to ask my mom or sister to watch Carly Sunday, school Thursday, Friday, because like she likes... It's hard for me because they don't want to always be my help. So there's those things you like about it. Maybe have you... I don't want... Alright, so the asking for a babysitter thing stresses you out is what I'm getting out of that. And it seems like what you've been doing here over the past year is basically making yourself more and more independent of anyone. You know, from your baby daddy to your mom and sister and shit because of some bad experiences, so... It sounds like you just don't want to be in those situations anymore. I'm sure I could try and get a job with one of the actual product companies around here doing packaging, delivering, a brand rep. Like the magazines and stuff like you were talking about. That'd be cool. Alright, so I'm going to put back on Death Race. I'm going to put on this super mod thing for cars and do our best to finish it. We're getting there. We are getting there, stream. We're doing good. I'm not sure how long the little DLC is. Yeah, we completed that trait. Yeah, we complete open. Why don't we complete this shotgun thing? Literally, I should just need to go into normal Vault Hunter mode and kill some shit with cars. We're doing good there, too. We made progress there. Good. This is cool that we got it, you know, and I wanted to keep it on principle, but our backpack's full, and this is the last day of Borderlands 2, so I'm done with it. This was really cool that we got, and I really don't want to get rid of it on principle because it was a super rare drop. That one I'm actually going to keep a hold of. It's neat that we got the Logan's gun. We don't need the Logan's gun right now, so I'm not worried about it. You have a bank. Yes, thank you, Walter. I was just at my bank. Walter, are you trolling me?